Welcome to our video on adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing mixed numbers. That's a whole number with some fraction part. So this would be 3 wholes and 1/2. That's a mixed number. And we're saying they're going to have unlike denominators. So let's look at this problem and I'll walk you through my strategy for doing this. Jackie wants to plant 2 1/2 rows of corn. So we've got 2 full rows, let's say, corn here, another row of corn, and then a half row of corn. It's all corn. All right, corn, corn, and then half a row of corn. That is 2 1/2. All right, she needs 3 1/4 ounces of seed for each row. Okay, how many total ounces of seed should Jackie buy? So this much seed has to go into this row, and this half of row. So I'm going to start, I guess one easy way to do this would be to say, what is 2 1/2, right? 2 1/2 rows times 3 1/4. There are many ways to do this. My first strategy is to take everything and convert it to the improper fraction. I just find working with fractions much easier to deal with than dealing with a mixed number. What do? Well, 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So that is really 5 out of 2. That's 2 1/2. All I did was take the denominator of 2 times 2, right? Because it's 4, and then plus 1 more is 5 out of 2. And then that times, well, over here what would happen? Well, 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. So that's 13 out of 4. And all I'm really doing is a shortcut. I'm saying, well, 2 1/2 is equal to 2 wholes plus a half, which equals what? That's 4 out of 2. That's what 2 is, plus a half. So that's like 5 halves, and that's what we said here. Same thing here, we have 3 whole numbers and a little fourth. So 3 whole numbers, you can think of that as what? As 12 out of 4, that's 3, plus 1/4, that's what this number is, and that's 13/4. So now we just multiply across. That's how you multiply, and in other videos I go over how to do that. But here this would be what? Well, 5 times 13 is 65 over 8. Unfortunately, none of our answers are in that form, so we convert back. What do? Well, 65 divided by 8. Figure out how many times 8 goes into 65, which is 8. And then write the remainder in terms of the denominator. So 8 times 8 is 64. We want to get 65, so what's left over is 1 out of 8, right? That's saying that 8 1/8 of an 8 go into 65, and that's our answer, which is choice A. Now, you don't have to convert to improper fractions, and maybe in other videos we'll talk about how to work with these numbers and how we can easily get 8 1/8 using other methods. I just like to draw stuff out and convert to improper fractions. That's where numerators are higher than denominators. I just find them really friendly to work with, because when you multiply, for example, you just multiply with the numbers across, and I just like that. So you might have another technique, but we will review them in other videos. All right, hope this helped.